give the floor to Her Excellency Dr. Dlamini Zuma, Chairperson of the African Union Commission.
Excellencies, I would like to just say a few words on the integration of NEPAD into the AU structures and processes. The NEPAD agency, as the technical arm of the African Union, has been working closely with the Commission in order to give the necessary impetus to the implementation of NEPAD with a view to overcoming Africa's development challenges. A strategy prepared by the key PIDA stakeholders, that is the African Union Commission, the African Development Bank, and the NPCA, was presented at the 27th session of the NEPAD Heads of State and Government Orientation Committee. But its implementation, of course, may take time. But we would also like to say how encouraged we are to learn how the champions are dedicating not only their time to the infrastructure projects that they champion, but also that they are dedicating substantive amounts of money to these projects. And this is encouraging, and we would encourage more countries to do the same. In conclusion, I wish to express gratitude to all the commissioners, but in particular to Dr. Ibrahim Mayaki, the Chief Executive Officer of NEPAD Agency, for his sterling leadership, as well as for the results that he and his team have achieved so far. And we wish them all the best going forward. I thank you.
One of the critical issues facing us into the future is the phenomenon of youth unemployment, and it is my pleasure to share briefly on South Africa's perspective on youth unemployment and job creation. In South Africa, the unemployment rate is 25%, and the majority, over 60% of the unemployed, are under the age of 35. There are a number of explanations why young people are unemployed. These include employers look for skills and experience. They regard unskilled, inexperienced job seekers as a risky investment. Thank you very much. Chair.
Excellencies, heads of states and government, ministers who are with us, ladies and gentlemen, we are truly humbled to receive this acknowledgement from the African Union that we have contributed in some way towards arresting the spread of malaria in our country. It is not a coincidence that Swaziland is also an awardee in this category with South Africa, and that Mozambique is an awardee in the policy category. We have jointly implemented the malaria project of the Lubombo Spatial Development Initiative, which is a cross-border program in which our 3 countries have participated. I congratulate our colleagues and neighbors and pledge to continue working with all to eliminate malaria. Thank you very much.
Allow me, on behalf of the Commission, to thank you sincerely for electing us to serve this premier organization of Africa. And it is a responsibility which we pledge to undertake with commitment and diligence. It is therefore befitting that the theme of this summit and the theme of the year is Pan-Africanism and African Renaissance. Because the spirit of Pan-Africanism and the ideals of the African Renaissance delivered us to where we are today and must propel us towards an integrated, people-centered, prosperous Africa at peace with itself. Today, we look at the future calmly, confidently, and courageously. These same words were said by the founders of our union almost 50 years ago in this very city of Addis Ababa. Your Excellencies and distinguished guests, optimistic as we are mindful of the enormous challenges that remain. We cannot overemphasize the need for peace and security. Without peace and security, no country or region can expect to achieve prosperity for all its citizens. Education and skills development is at the heart of our regeneration efforts. The Pan-African University and the general expansion of our higher education sector will equip our young people with critical abilities to drive innovation, science, entrepreneurship, research, social development, and industrialization. Your Excellencies, women constitute more than half of this population, but they also give birth to the other half. Women also make up 75% of the agricultural workforce. They constitute the bulk of cross-border traders and will provide for the well-being and social reproduction of families, communities, the workforce, and our societies. The continent has taken many decisions towards the emancipation of women and gender parity, including the Declaration of the Decade of Women. All that remains is implementation, and we must increase implementation of this. There's nothing like a powerless people. We are very powerful, and we can make it into a peaceful and prosperous continent. Thank you.